Well, fairly decent performance on the top line, and the bottom line, 31% downtick, but 47 crores compared to what some of the others have done. They have done reasonably okay for themselves, but yes, there is a dip nevertheless in the kind of performance. Let's get in with Mr. J.L. Khushu, Full-Time Director of Infra Engineering, on the show to talk about the numbers and the outlook going ahead. Mr. Khushu, good having you. Thanks so much for joining in.
Good morning.
And while relatively you've done well, and you'd probably be pleased with the top line performance as well, what's happened to the bottom line? There has been pressure on the FY12 performance as well as Q4. What's happened here? And do you think that you'll be able to do a slightly better show? Never mind the pressures that are existing right now in the next quarter.
Basically, the bottom line is affected because of the high price of interest rates, high interest rates in the market. And there is some pressure from the raw materials in the market in the infrastructure sector. A lot of quote bans have been cut off the high yields and all that. That has also hit the bottom line. And predominantly it is because of the high interest rates which are prevailing in the market at present. Otherwise, there should not be any problem. Once this interest rates stabilize, I think we will restore back our profits to our original lines.
What about margins at the operating level?
Operating level, we have got good margins. We have, in fact, improved the margins at the operating level. But it is only after the taxes and interest and other things then it goes down.
Right, but do you expect operating profit margins to stabilize around 19-20% for the coming financial year as well?
Yeah, actually, on EBITDA margins for the current financial year also, last financial year has been 19.93, and we hope that it is going to be the same next year also. Only thing is the bottom line this year got hit because of these two factors, basically because of the high pricing on the interest rates and also because of some pressures on the raw materials in the market.
Are you trying to negotiate the cost of funding right now, the pricing on some of your loans?
We are refinancing proposals are going on, but then it is not going to help us much because of the prevailing conditions in the market. Maybe in a future date we can try better deals.
Mr. Khushu, you have redeemed some of your FCCBs. Any other FCCB redemptions that may come up in the next 6 to 9 months? Or conversely, is there a need for cash for the company, and do you plan to raise any kind of money?
No, not that. We have redeemed all the FCCBs, but that is a long-term now repayment, and I don't think we need any further loans from the market because more or less we have balanced our necessities, and further loans these things are not needed from the market at present.
What is the cash on the books right now, and how are you looking at augmenting cash flows for the business?
You know, we have actually margins in the cash now, but the loans we have stabilized at 3,400 crores, and our debt equity ratio is 1.74. But whatever we had to take from the market, we have already done, and I think we'll have good flow from the highway projects which were in the gestation period now, because all the highway projects which are going on now, they were in the gestation period, and then we are only mobilizing in those sectors because of the land problems and other things. I think that has already gone through now. We have gone through that stage. I think now the flow will start from those projects, from those sectors also.
Good having you, Mr. Khushu. Thanks so much for taking the time out and joining us and giving us that perspective. That's IRA Infra. A modest set of numbers, but compared to what some of the other infra companies have done, they have done reasonably okay for themselves. So PAT has dipped for the year and for the quarter as well. Okay, before we get in, Prakash Gaba's